Hey friends! Today we're exploring one of our favorite summer spots close to home, downtown Burlington. We're checking out a few restaurants we tried last year to see if they're still as good as we remember, and showing you a bit more of what this lakeside downtown has to offer. Starting off at Brant Street Pier, this is a cool spot to take in the view of Lake Ontario. The pier stretches right over the water and has a tall observation tower you can climb for an even better view. Definitely worth the walk up if you have the time. Right near the pier, you'll find the entrance to Beachway Park, a small beach cove where you can take a quick dip in the water if you feel like it. This area is full of monuments, statues, and beautiful gardens, each with its own story to discover. We really enjoy spotting little historical surprises and learning more about the people and events that shape the city. This whole waterfront area is one of the most peaceful spots to just slow down and enjoy being outside. There's plenty of space for jet skiing, a big splash pad, and lots of walking paths to explore. What we love most is that there's something here for everyone. Whether you want to go for a jog, sit down with a coffee, or take a slow walk and grab an ice cream cone. One thing we love doing when we travel is spotting Terry Fox monuments, so it's really cool that there's one here in Burlington. Seeing it along with the big Burlington sign nearby, it gives this area a little bit of that out east vibe that we love. It's got that kind of lakeside charm that makes it feel like we're out east, but minus the ocean air. I do miss that ocean air. This brunch spot was such a hidden gem when we first discovered it. It's called Benedict Eatery, and it's this cozy little place tucked away off Pine Street in Village Square. You actually have to walk down a small alley between two buildings to get to it, which is actually kind of pretty cool. They're only open till 3 p.m., but they serve up, hands down, the best Eggs Benedict we've ever had. We're so glad we chose to come here the day after we got married, not just because the food was amazing, but because the staff were so incredibly kind. When they found out it was the day after our wedding, they treated us like family. Fast forward almost a year later, we come back and we sit in the exact same spot, and they remembered us. That kind of hospitality means so much to us, and it is exactly why we love supporting places like this. Let's start with the home fries, because these deserve their own moment. They're crispy on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, and seasoned perfectly. The portion is also perfect. Enough to enjoy, but not so much that anything goes to waste. These are some of the best breakfast potatoes you've ever had. Now on to the stars of the show, the Benedicts. I ordered the Salmon Benedict, which came with smoked salmon, caramelized onions, and salty feta cheese on top of 3 perfectly poached eggs. Everything was covered in this rich, silky hollandaise sauce and served on nicely toasted English muffins. The eggs were cooked just right. They had that perfect runny yolk that mixes perfectly into the hollandaise, and the smoky salmon with the sweet onions and salty feta made every bite balanced and delicious. Mike went for the meat lover's Benny, and this thing is loaded with protein. Smoked bacon, ham, sausage, and gooey melted marbled cheddar, on top of 3 perfectly poached eggs, all drenched in that same creamy hollandaise. It's hearty, it's savory, and the cheese ties everything together into a seriously satisfying bite. All right, let's fast forward to nearly a year later, and of course we come back here. And like we mentioned before, we sat in that exact same spot as before, and were greeted with the same wonderful service, and we decided to order some new Benedicts this time. This time around, Mike decided to go for the Athens Benedict, which came with those signature 3 perfectly poached eggs, juicy lamb and beef gyro meat, caramelized onions, and salty feta, all smothered in that dreamy hollandaise sauce. This one tasted just like a classic gyro, juicy, peppery, and full of flavor. The onions soaked up all of the richness of the meat, and it made everything taste fantastic. He loved every bite of this. I ordered the Norwegian. Okay. I ordered the Norwegian, which came with smoked salmon. Red onions, tomatoes, and briny capers on top of those perfectly poached eggs, and finished with hollandaise. I think I may have liked this one a little bit more than the regular salmon Benedict that I had last time. The combination of the sweet, smoky charred onions and the fresh tomatoes was incredible. Every bite felt balanced and bright, and I could not get enough of it. Another absolutely delicious meal. Benedict Eatery continues to hold up as one of our favorite brunch spots. Between the perfectly poached eggs, rich, creamy, delicious hollandaise sauce, and the friendliest staff you could ask for. This place is truly something special. It's tucked away just enough to kind of feel like a little secret, but the food and service make it unforgettable and a place that you just gotta keep talking about. For us, this is an easy 10 out of 10 and an absolute must try if you're ever in Burlington. Another spot Mike and I went to the day after our wedding is a place my sister first introduced me to, Culaccino. I loved this spot the first time I came here, and I just knew it had to be where we celebrated dinner after such a special day. This Italian-style bar and kitchen is absolutely stunning. With a cozy yet modern vibe to it, they have a wide selection of beer, wine, and everything in between, including lots and lots of local craft options. I went with Collective Arts Skinny Cap Raspberry Vodka Soda, and I found this to be very light, crisp, and refreshing. Not overly sweet, but with just the right amount of raspberry flavor. You could smell the berries as soon as you brought that cup to your nose. Mike tried the Super Nectar IPA from Badlands Brewing, which was a very fun choice. You get this smooth burst of hops up front, followed by a subtle sweetness that really does taste like honey. It's juicy, slightly tropical, and super easy to sip on. I think this could be a nice introduction for people. I feel like it would open your mind to trying different types of IPAs if you started with this one. Something worth mentioning is how gluten-free friendly this place is. They have tons of options for anyone looking for a great gluten-free dining spot, and all of their pasta is freshly handmade, which you can absolutely taste in every bite. For the mains, Mike went with the spaghetti carbonara made with guanciale, which is basically a fancy, melt-in-your-mouth Italian bacon, along with creamy beaten egg yolks, pecorino cheese, and plenty of black pepper. Mike said this was hands down the best handmade pasta he's ever had. You can tell they were perfectly cooked with the yolks making the sauce silky and smooth. This dish was rich, bold, and as Mike likes to say, peppery, with that salty, fatty flavor from the guanciale tying it all together so nicely. I ordered the amatriciana, which typically comes with guanciale, but I asked for no meat and they were very accommodating of that. This dish used handmade bucatini pasta and was tossed with tomato sauce, dried chili, and grana padano cheese. We both agreed mine was the winner of the night. Not saying that Mike's wasn't incredible, because it was. It's just this one was a little next level. The noodles were fantastic and soaked up all of the flavor of the sauce. It had a touch of heat and a nice olive oil base and was perfectly balanced between sweet, spicy, and savory. The whole thing had this buttery richness to it that made every bite full of flavor. It was just fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, the staff here is absolutely fabulous. Our server was so personable and warm, and when she found out we just had gotten married, she surprised us with a tiramisu on the house. Such a thoughtful gesture. Now, between the two of us, I'm definitely the one that drinks coffee more than him. I like more flavored coffees more than straight coffee, and Mike is slowly working his way into the coffee world, but this tiramisu was delicious. I usually find tiramisu a little too coffee forward, but this one was perfectly balanced. The layers of whipped cream were light and creamy, softening the coffee flavor just enough to make it smooth and indulgent. It tasted like a true Italian treat, and it was the perfect way to end our meal. This is another easy 10 out of 10 for us. Cannot recommend it enough. Next up, we stopped in at Brook Brewing Co., a local staple that's been brewing up some seriously fun and creative beers for years. The taproom has this chill, welcoming vibe, the kind of place where you want to just grab a flight, kick back, and hang out for a while. That's exactly what we did. Now, Mike is usually an IPA guy through and through, but this time we decided to branch out a bit and share a flight. Don't worry, we'll still get to their famous IPAs later in the video, but this was the perfect way to try a little bit of everything and see what else Brook has going on. We started off with the Cucumber Lime Ghost, which we thought was going to be the perfect summer beer, but not really. This one is a little intense. It's very cucumber forward with a nice lime finish, but it kind of tasted like cucumber spa water with a splash of beer. I didn't mind it. It had that earthy, refreshing vibe, but it's not something I'd order again. Mike, on the other hand, this was a hard pass for him. Next up was the Raspberry Jam Stand Sour, and this was where things started to turn around. This beer is exactly what the name says. Jammy, fruity, tart, and it even has a bit of thickness to it, kind of like jam. This was a good one, we enjoyed it. Then we tried the Puppy Love Pilsner. This one was fine, clean, crisp, and easy to sip on, but it didn't really have that wow factor for me. Mike liked it more than I did, but for me it was just a nice, safe beer. And finally, Zad, their pink lemonade sour. This one was really tart, really zesty, and basically tasted like someone turned pink lemonade into a sour beer. It was fun, punchy, and definitely wakes up your taste buds. As for our favorites, we both agreed that Raspberry Jam Stand was the star out of the flights, followed by Zad. I put the Cucumber Lime Ghost in third just because I still kind of enjoyed it, while Mike definitely ranked it dead last, but we both put Puppy Love somewhere in the middle. Nice, but nothing mind-blowing. Now on to some of Brook's signatures. We have the Naughty Neighbor Pale Ale. This one is super refreshing with just the right hint of citrus. It's got that nice zippy bite you want from a pale ale, but it's still light enough that you could easily have a couple of these on the patio without feeling weighed down. Next up, we tried their Wicked Awesome IPA, and the name for this is pretty spot on. This is a New England style IPA, so it's super juicy and tropical with just a hint of peach in there. It's got the same kind of zippy bite as Naughty Neighbor, but with way more of those tropical vibes going on. Mike said the name is fitting, and I agree. It's a wicked awesome beer. Next up was the Party Dad Crushin' IPA. This one wasn't really for me. I just found it a bit too bland, mostly bitter with the faintest hint of citrus. Mike thought it was just okay, but it didn't wow either of us. Next up was the Soccer Mom wheat beer, and this one was a winner. It's got the same refreshing citrusy vibe as a Belgian Moon, but with more of a wheat-forward profile. The orange is still there, just not as overpowering, which made it a lot more balanced. Honestly, we both enjoyed this one way more than the Party Dead IPA. And finally, we wrapped things up with the Headstock West Coast Style IPA. This one hits you with pine right from the first sip, then rolls into that classic IPA bitterness with a little citrus brightness before finishing with another whisper of pine. Definitely a bold way to end the tasting, and Mike really enjoyed this one. Overall, we had a blast tasting through Nickelbrook's beers. We love their creative cans, and we actually grab their brews pretty often whenever we see them in stores. Nearly everything we've tried from them has been enjoyable. We're going to give them a 7 out of 10, mainly because the kids running around the tap room made it a tad tricky to fully relax, but other than that, it's a fun spot and definitely worth checking out. Alright, thanks for joining us on our Burlington adventure. From hidden brunch gems to waterfront walks and tasty local brews, there is so much to explore here. We'll see you in the next one on A&M Rome. Stay classy, San Diego.